My name is Demetrie Luke, and I'm a member of the Conduit.
What's your business?
My business is Inlighten Tutoring. It's a small, local, in-person SAT, ACT test prep company. We also help students with private tutoring across a couple different dimensions, mostly to increase their foundational knowledge, to give students a sense of direction and purpose in life, and to help them find motivation to achieve those goals that they may have.
How long have you been a member here?
I've been a member here for 2 years. That feels like 2 decades, but 2 years, technically. Yep.
Tell us about your unique story and in any ways the Conduit has come alongside you during that journey.
My unique story here within Conduit?
In general, no, it can be what led you here, it could be here,
Okay.
whatever your story is.
So I grew up in Orlando. And I was fortunate enough to have some people in high school that were able to really pour into me and give me some guidance and some direction to plot out the next courses of my life. It led to me getting into Rice University out in Houston, Texas, where I studied, graduated, got my degrees in philosophy, religious studies, and found that I personally have a love of learning. And like what was hard for me to find, quote unquote, purpose-wise, was because I had a love of that skill of learning. So towards the end of college, I had a mentor who connected me with a fellowship to get my master's in education. And after meditating on it, I was really excited about it because I thought it was going to be a next step for me to other things, maybe like leading into entrepreneurship or leading into consulting. But when I got there into teaching in the schools out in Houston and working with like the marginalized populations out there, and a mixed diversity of students, Hispanic, Black, Creole, like just from all walks of life, I found that I really have like a real skill, one, but then also like a passion. I love doing this. It was the thing that I would spend a ton of extra time on, being present for students, that pointed me that it was in the right direction. So COVID happens, completely changes how the educational landscape is, at least for the time that it was going on. And I went out to Antigua, spent a little bit of time with my family and really capture our family history. But eventually I had to come back because I had to start a career in the next phase. Came back here, and one of my mentors from Orlando, who was my old poetry teacher, Blue, she was a member of the Conduit. And she had a desk, and she was like, hey, I know this great working space. And she invited me out. She was like, hey, I'm about to leave. You can take my desk. I was like, perfect. So I started off with this little desk in the corner of this Conduit space and decided to start my tutoring company a couple months afterwards, after working as like a plumber, just, to make ends meet, really, gather up some type of money in the meantime to build up for my business. And that was about August of 2023. Things then just started really picking up, and it wasn't just friends and family. Now I was getting positive reviews, and people that I did not know were telling other people. And so it really led to start to be a full-fledged thing. And then since being here, I've gone from their desk, just general membership, to building, tiny house building, increasing, got a team of one, and now it's like a team of like 2, 3, and then ended up getting another building upgrade since being here to get more space, right? Which low key we in right now, you know what I mean? Let's go, okay? So we here in the office right now, and that's been my Conduit journey, and I see myself continuing to have this be like a home base, especially for a lot of our operations, because of the environment that it creates for students. I think walking in, being able to see so many professionals, entrepreneurs that are building their own things in their respective ways, between nonprofit, corporate jobs, and entrepreneur. You kind of have a mix of all those people in this space, which I think is real magical for students to just be around. Parents love it, students love it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It ain't broke yet. So nothing's gonna be changing.
Tell us about any connections you've made while being here that have continued to pour into your journey.
I've made so many connections here across multiple dimensions. The biggest ones being mentorship and guidance. Being a young entrepreneur, like, a lot of this stuff that I'm building up has been new to me, but it's not new to somebody else. It's not new to the people here, right? The owners of the establishment are very helpful, always willing to offer some peace and perspective and some advice along the journey. Just being able to be surrounded by a group of individuals that are on that same path of either building up their respective businesses or are doing what I've needed to do for like a corporate company, or that's like their niche is like marketing or something, has really helped me to overcome a lot of the business challenges that I've had. But then I think the biggest part has been in understanding that and being surrounded by people that are really trying to strive for something next and striving to grow. And I think that being in a community with people that are like learning as well and sharpening their own saw has allowed me to weather the storms that have come with starting any small business. They say, there's a quote, if you look around your circle and it doesn't inspire you, then you do not have a circle, you have a cage. And when I think about Conduit as me stepping into a circle that inspires me and freeing up my development to be able to connect with other people in person, in real time, and in real life, that can help elevate and give me perspective, those are the times when I think people have come through the most here, and that I've appreciated the most in my time here at the Conduit.
What are you passionate about, work-related or non-work-related?
I'm passionate about seeing people succeed and like grow, and people to be excited about their life. The thing that excites me about my life is community. Like, I get passionate about things that oftentimes are tied to some aspect of community, even though sometimes I'm a lone wolf. I'll do things myself, and I'm used to that. Like, only child life, you know what I mean? So I'm used to that. But things like capoeira, love getting into capoeira when I have the opportunity. Calisthenics, walks, hikes, like big picture, I'm a nature boy at heart. Do not let the clean, fresh suit fool you, okay? For real, I love being outside. I love nature, and that's like my place of peace. That's my happy place. And then, work related, I really love this education stuff. I love learning and seeing people grow, and young people to transition between one stage to another with ideally more confidence, and being able to break through barriers that they may have themselves. And those little aha moments. Ooh, yeah, that's what I live for sure.
Well, thank you, Demetrie.
Thank you. I appreciate it.